and they sent me.
Right away, this hearing takes an unexpected turn. What starts as a routine bail discussion quickly shifts into a deeply personal and volatile exchange about belief, identity, and authority. And in a courtroom, that matters more than you might think.
To a church program, and I didn't like it. I don't believe in God. I know who created me. I don't have to believe in God because I know who created me, and I don't want to disrespect you by telling you that.
I don't believe that for a second.
Trespassing my
This is where things get legally interesting. The court is juggling three issues at once: a possible waiver of a bail hearing, a prior competency concern, and a failed diversion attempt. When a judge says they can't get a straight answer, that's a red flag, because clarity is everything when someone's liberty is on the line.
my creator's creation. So
that I am going to waive a bail hearing. However, do you want to bring him out and admonish him because I can't get a straight answer on waiving a bail hearing? Or I can just request one and you can,
No, let's bring him out.
Okay. And then I did do a competency request, and since we were doing the mental health PTI, I got him released, sent him to the diversion center. It looks like that wasn't quite effective. And so if his bond stays as is, I can contact Helena to do the
Well, hold on.
Notice the tonal shift here. What sounds casual actually sounds awkward, actually signals concern. The court is realizing that the prior mental health diversion didn't stick, and when treatment fails, judges start asking a harder question. Is release still safe?
Let's hold on. I don't know anything about where was the trespass, where was the terroristic threat. Well, hold on. Let's do it with him out here so you can hear it.
okay.
But I don't know anything about the new cases, and if it was at the facility where he was supposed to be, is it a good idea to have him go back?
It does look like it was at a church.
At a church?
Trinity Lutheran.
What? Well, that sucks. It sucks.
nice outfit, Judge.
Mr. Powell?
This next section is critical. Up until now, everyone's operating in the dark, but once new charges are read into the record, everything changes. Bail decisions aren't just about the past, they're about what just happened and what could happen next.
Are you sure? It looks different. You shaved the beard.
Yes, sir.
You look so much younger. Really? Hi, Mr. Powell. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Unfortunately, in these circumstances, we had you go to the facility at the Ed Emmett.
The jail diversion.
Right, but
I've been there before and I completed it. I've been there back in, I want to say.
Let's break this down legally. A trespass alone is minor, but add an explicit threat and aggressive movement, and you're now talking about terroristic threat territory. That's why the judge's posture shifts here. This isn't just disruptive behavior anymore. It's perceived imminent danger.
2022, and from the court number 4, and I stayed there 14 days, and they sent me to a church program, and I didn't like it. I don't believe in God. I know who created me. I don't have to believe in God because I know who created me, and I don't want to disrespect you by telling you that.
well, let's hold on, because I don't know what happened on the new cases. So give me a second. Let me have them read out what happened on the new cases so we can see how to go forward, because I don't even know where the new cases happened.
On December 25th, officers were dispatched to a trespasser call at Trinity Lutheran Church in Harris County, Texas. Upon arrival, officers observed the defendant sitting on the steps of the church, screaming obscenities and causing a disturbance. Complaining witness, a security guard employed by the church, advised officers that the defendant came to the church asking for food, and the complaining witness informed the defendant they were not giving out food. that day and directed him to 2 nearby locations instead. Defendant became belligerent. Complainant stated the defendant threatened him, stating, "I see you don't have a gun, so if we fight, I'm going to kill you." As the defendant was threatening complaining witness, defendant was moved.
And here's the tension at the heart of this case. The court wants treatment, not punishment, but time and again, release leads right back to another arrest. So the judge is left walking a razor-thin line: protect the public, respect the defendant's rights, and hope intervention finally works.
Moving towards him in a fighting stance, causing complainant to feel fear of imminent danger. Complainant stated he told defendant 3 times to leave the location, but defendant refused.
What would you like to do, Shreya?
Well, Judge, my understanding from speaking with Mr. Powell right now is that he's okay keeping the bail as is. And so he's waiting a bail hearing. Is that right, Mr. Powell? I just want to make sure.
But that's wrong.
Do you want to go back to the Ed Emmett place?
Yes, sir.
You want to
So I
try
get
to
my
see?
medication. So I get my medication.
You-
Because,
What doesn't, it doesn't matter. I just want to know if you want to do that.
yes, sir.
We can try to make it work.
Yes, sir.
Is that
Okay.
something you can do?
So a couple things. To do that, we would have to go through Brad Morse for the mental health, see if Brad even wants to offer that. Then I'd have to get a PR bond with the condition that he gets released there again.
Sure.
And so sort
Do
of,
you know how long that program is, Shreya?
so Judge, it actually could be 10 minutes or it could be 2 weeks. It just depends on the nature of how long they decide to keep him there. It looks like this time they kept him from the 18th until Christmas. I believe he was released on the Christmas Eve. And then this case occurred Christmas morning at about like 7 or 8 a.m.
Okay. So let's see if we can try to make it work. I need a little bit of time.
You know what? The devil created me and I know that devil.
I don't
You are
believe that for a second.
trespassing my creation, my creator's creation. So
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. Mel.
Try to
let-
see if we can make it work.
Yes,
Okay,
okay.
reach out to Brad. And if that, I think we may need something even more intensive, longer lasting. So
Yes,
reach
I
out to
agree.
Brad, see if there's something more intensive and longer lasting. And then I guess today's Monday, you want to set it for maybe Thursday?
Yes. Is that the second, Judge?
Yeah. You
Yes.
okay with that?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that.
I'll reach out to him right now and I'll get on it.
And then I'll find PC on both of you.
Okay.
So.
All right. Thank you, Judge.